welcome back to my KX Corner. I have titled today's video All About You, brought to you by the letter U and the words update, and upcoming. So let's first talk about the I say a lot, so we're going to see how many times I can say in this video. So I think I'm at 3, maybe, I don't know. Okay, so for update, on my long arm, I have no update, so that's the update. The update is there is no update. When I dropped it off, they said 1 to 2 weeks before they would get a chance to look at it, and then they would call me and tell me what they think needs to be done. So still waiting to hear back on that. So I'm waiting. In the meantime, I am contemplating taking all of the stitches out of the quilt that I had started already, just because there are a few like it would quilt nice and then there'd be a snag. So I'm still thinking about that, whether or not I'm going to take those stitches out and just start from scratch when I get the machine back, because I have a feeling it's going to run like $1,000,000 when I get it, and if I don't start over, I'll regret it. So we'll see. I finished the hat, the bear hat. We actually visited our daughter and her family for our grandson's first birthday, so I got his bear hat done. And my youngest daughter made this cute little high chair banner for him. Maybe I'll post a picture, we'll see her. And then my daughter did all these cute signs for his birthday, and she made cakes, and it just was really, really cute. So he had his very first birthday party, and so she did such a great job with it. So maybe I'll share some pictures here. And then, also I was kind of like, when we were visiting my daughter, I was kind of motivated because like everything she did was from scratch. Like, so we got there and she had these delicious garlic rolls from scratch that she made. She made like Olive Garden breadsticks from scratch. She made just the bread that she had, just regular bread from scratch. She had homemade bagels. She had homemade muffins. She made homemade pizza crust. Like, it was kind of inspiring. So I don't know that I have that much energy. I actually yesterday spent about 3 hours making cinnamon rolls. So they turned out really good, but I don't have the energy anymore to do stuff like that. So anyway, so yes, she is into making all that homemade bread stuff, and it was super yummy. So okay, so that's pretty much it for my updates. Then upcoming, so once I get my machine back, get it back on the long arm, obviously I'm going to get that quilt stitched and done and get that shipped to our grandson. Then I have a couple other quilts kind of in line to get on the rails, so we'll see how that goes. And then I've kind of been contemplating doing a quilt start to finish, all hand stitching and no machine, partly because we travel so much that when I get downtime when we're traveling, it's like, oh, I'd kind of like to quilt, but I don't want to take everything with me. I know some people that we run into when we travel, they take their sewing machine and they quilt while they travel, and I don't think I have the energy to take my sewing machine traveling, especially when we fly. I'm not going to take a sewing machine when I fly. And so I'm thinking about doing kind of a plaid design, so it's all straight cuts, straight stitching, no angles or triangles or anything like that, and just doing it all by hand and working on it, when I travel. So I am leaving for a work trip in about a week, and so I need to make a decision if I'm going to do that, what fabrics I'm going to use, and take everything with me so I can get it started. So that's something that is quite possibly upcoming. The other thing that I am going to be working on is Missouri Star is doing a, I don't know if they call it a block of the month. I think it's a block of the month, but it's the firework finale. Maybe you've heard of it. And last month, October 1st, was the first release that they did, and it was just one block. It was the center block. And so I'm behind, right, because I didn't do the first one, but I'm not so far behind I can't get caught up. My problem is that I didn't really like the fabric that was in the kit, so I kind of wanted to do my own fabric, but I can't seem to find like a combination that I like. So I went to the fabric store and walked around for probably an hour and had like all of these fabrics in my cart that I was gonna buy. Like if I had 20 bolts in my cart, but then this one just didn't look right, and I just usually get to a point where I just hit a brick wall. I am so overwhelmed when I'm trying to make a decision like that I'm like, okay, I'm putting it all back on the shelf, and I'll come back another day. And so I want to do it, but I still am kind of not sure exactly how I want to do, because the scrappy one that they showed as an example had kind of some paisleys, I think, to it, if I remember right, which I thought was super cute to do like all kind of paisleys and stuff, but I couldn't find what I wanted. And so then I thought, you know what, maybe I just need to come home. I need to look through my stash and just see what I have and maybe add some to it if I need to. So I don't know where I am on that, but the next one will be released November 1st, which is coming up here in a few days. And I know I won't have the fabric by then, but hopefully by December 1st, when they do the next one, I will have fabric picked out, and then I'll have the first 2 months done. So we'll see on that, but I'll definitely video that so you guys can see that as it goes along. So, and then I've been kind of contemplating for, I don't know, a year, maybe 2, I don't remember, of doing a Christmas quilt. And so I have this design kind of in my head that I want to do, and I think it'll be very tedious, or maybe therapeutic, I might call it. But I'm still kind of playing with the idea of doing that. I had started, it must have been 2 years ago, because I do have some of the fabric already purchased that I wanted to use for it. So I will maybe, I don't think, I'm pretty certain there's no way I'll have it done for this Christmas, but at least maybe I can get it started and have it for next year. So again, I'll just kind of maybe video that as well so you can see what I'm doing. But other than that, that's about it for updates. So I will probably not be back next week, since I'll be going out of town. I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I'll have time next weekend to do a quick update for you guys. Actually, hopefully by then I will have heard back on the diagnosis of my machine, and I can give you an update on that. So maybe I will do a quick video next weekend, so we shall see. So I don't know what our number is now on the ums, but I had a lot of them, I'm sure. So I will end for now, and we'll catch back up with you next week. I hope you all have a blessed week. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, please, and then if you hit the bell, then it will notify you when I post new updates. So if you want to stay up to date on what I'm doing and what projects I have going on, just go ahead and subscribe, and then please share. Again, have a blessed week, and we will see you later. Bye. Okay, so I was editing the video and realized I forgot to tell you about the project that I worked on when I was visiting my daughter. So we purchased like a indoor-outdoor playground set for our grandson, and it had like this bridge you could go across, and it had like these bars across the bridge, so you could have it go, you know, arch up, or you could have it arch down. But these bars were wide enough apart that he was getting his like foot through it, and his leg would get stuck, or he'd get his knee in it, and then his whole leg would be under there. So it just wasn't very like toddler friendly. So we went and found some fabric, and I created like this cover to go over those rails. And so I'll post some pictures so you can see, but I was getting kind of stir crazy a little bit because I just wanted to sew, and my daughter had purchased a second machine, and it was acting up. And so I dug into it one night, got it all cleaned up, and got it fixed so that the motor would actually turn again. And so I used that to work on this project. So anyways, I'll post pictures, but I was super excited to do that while we were away, and gave me a little crafty project to work on. So anyway, I think I'm probably close to 50 ums by now. So bye for real this time. Have a blessed week. Talk to you later.